Okay, welcome back to another Unreal Engine 4 game development live stream, where we're going to be creating a game using Unreal Engine 4 and the Gameplay Ability System plugin and C++. Again, my name is Devin Sherry. Welcome. So today, I don't know exactly what I want to do, which is usually the case. I believe I have some sticky notes. I don't know if I want to transfer some ideas into a what is that board? Trello. A Trello board, or if I want to keep things in a sticky note. I don't know yet. Let's just see what I have in my sticky notes. So look into decreasing rotation while sprinting. And then there's evasive, sidestepping, super jump. Okay. Let's try. I don't know. I also kind of want to look into crouching. Maybe we can try doing crouching. Crouching. Because I know we don't have any animations to support crouching right now, but maybe we will find some, kind of like what we did last time. Let me also increase my text size, just so you guys can see things a little better. There we go. So did I keep the animations? So there's the start developers, system, collections, there's me, collections, I don't need that. That's the RPG geometry, hero, no. Mannequin, starter content, okay. I don't think I have the animation. So let's see what's in the animation starter pack that usually comes with Unreal. There should be a crouching, I think. Let's go to our library. Let it take its time loading. So the animation starter pack. Let's open up the animation starter pack. I just want to see if they have crouching. It looks like they have crouching, but it's crouching that has with a weapon. A lot of it is weapon focused. But I guess let's just bring it in and we'll take a look. Show all projects. This is the hero dev. 25, add the project. Should be relatively quick, I think. Okay. Animation starter pack, here we go. Okay. So reloading, stand to prone, proning, jump from jog. So these are deaths. So these are crouching. Yeah, there's nothing really that we can have. Let me also open up Perforce and just make sure that's loaded. Okay, let's get our hero dev workspace. There we go. So there's nothing really good with this one. For crouching, at least the ones that we want. If we open up our Frank Mage overview level, just to see stuff that's included with our other animation pack, I don't think we have anything for crouching. We can just simulate and we see everything. So we have evading, I know that much. So we might have to work with sidestepping. So let's try to get sidestepping working. Because there is no crouching. Maybe we can find something on the marketplace. Maybe it's something cheap. I don't know. Crouch. Stealth locomotion. looks kind of promising. Okay. I'll put this in my, I'll add it to the cart, but I won't buy it yet. But there is a lot of convenient stuff. So that's good. So let's add it to our cart and we'll work on sidestepping. So sidestepping, I feel like we have to look up how to recognize like double tap input. Double tap input. Double tap button for an event. Let's see. I want to try to do this in double tap input C++. Okay, there's a convenient blog. Hopefully this is in C++. Getting started. Alright, simple double tap. This version. Timer double tap, creating the project. Okay. Well, how can this work with like abilities? Hold on, let me turn on some more lights here. Yeah. Is it this side? No, it's this side. Yeah, hold on, that's not pretty. So double tap, definitely possible in blueprints, but how can I use this for the gameplay ability? Maybe, is there a UE4 gas, double tap, event? Let's see. Okay, so we definitely have to do an event timer. I think this has to be an ability though, because we're using the ability system. Let's see. Let's see what is available to us in the ability class. So that's evade. So let's do another one called sidestep. Blueprint class, hero gameplay ability. Forward sidestep, right? For now. So there is like, wait for maybe this is enough. So let's look at this time weighted. Okay, so let's go into C++. No, we also have to go. Crap. Let's first go into our project settings and add the input byting. For forward step, obviously that's W. I don't know how that's gonna work for gamepad. Maybe it would have to work differently for gamepad. But let's worry about keyboard and mouse first, right? So input. Okay, new one. Forward side step. W. Where is it? W. Let's just copy this name. Now we can go. That's not into the engine. Let's go into our project. Source, hero.h. We just gotta add a new one here. What is it? I don't know if numbers are necessary, but we're just gonna do it. Forward, side, step. Meta display name equals. Let's also put a space here. So uniform. Forward, side, step. I think that's all we need. I think we can have a trailing comma. So let's see. Might have to take a while to compile because we're doing the .h file. Then after sidestep, if we can get this working, we can work on the other ability for kind of like SpellBreak. I guess while we're waiting, I can show you what I'm talking about. SpellBreak float ability. Oh, there's a lot of movement guides, but okay. Yeah, that didn't help. You can set a fireball. That's cool. Is there any floating ability? Okay. SpellBreak float ability. Let's just see if there's like any video. Okay. Elemental interactions, no. Can I get the video? Class, is it talents? No. So gameplay, spells and sorceries. Not really information on that. Alright, well our game compiled, so that's good, but I really want to find this. Okay, SpellBreak mechanics. I want to find the name of this. So let's do the gameplay. Game mode. Okay, controls. Secondary spell. Levitate. Rune, right? Okay. SpellBreak runes. Okay. So there's the feather one? No. Spring step. Featherfall rune. There we go. SpellBreak. Featherfall. So like basically, yeah, pretty much that's the Featherfall. Like you kind of spin up and you get pushed up. That's all I wanted to show there. Okay, so our game compiled. Give me just a sec, sorry. I gotta respond to a message. Okay, so now what we can do, we can go into our data asset. And we can add the new one. Forward sidestep. Hero ability, we can find forward sidestep. Ability name, we could just call it forward sidestep. Whoop. Well, spelling it doesn't really matter right now, but we'll make sure we spell it correctly. So now, I don't know if this will work. Let's just see, because when we press W, I don't know if it will automatically start doing it. So I'm going to switch to my other monitor here just to see what it's going to do. And I want to play in the viewport. Okay, so it does work, but we got to end the ability as well. End ability. So this might be easier than I thought. So that. So I think we want to say under 0.25 seconds, I think is a reasonable thing. So I want to make, I should make a parent sidestepping class because it should all kind of work the same way. So we'll leave forward sidestep alone. We'll call this one folder, a subfolder called forward, and we'll just move it here. Now we'll create a new gameplay effect, gameplay ability, HGA, sidestep parent. Now we need, I think, just literally kind of two variables. We want kind of the time it takes between the pressing. So we'll want a float. Let's see, double tap duration, and we'll make it 0.25. I think that was reasonable. And then we'll need, so we'll have to do the same thing that we were doing before. So wait, input, press. I'm kind of curious what this, can I look at it in C++? Ability, wait, task, input, press. View, solution, explorer. It's gonna be an engine, source, gameplay tags. Okay, no. Wait, input, press. The entire solution. And let's see. Probably not the most effective way to do that, but yeah. Maybe things will tell us here. UE for wait, input, press. Is this the same one? Yeah. But it doesn't really. Okay. So it doesn't tell us exactly where it is. Ugh. Okay. Whatever. Okay. So on pressed, we basically want to check if this is less than or equal to this. Branch. Also for safety purposes, we'll make this a synchronous task, a variable. Wait, input, press task. Just so we can clear it when the ability ends. So if this is false, we can end ability. And then on event end ability, the input press task. I think it's clear? No. End task. So that's that. So then if it's true, we can play an animation montage. Play montage and I guess wait. And we'll have to make a montage now for the sidestepping. So we'll put it in the parent here. Animation. Montage. I think it's this one. Hold on. Let's double check. Player character. Mesh. SK mannequin. And SK mannequin uses SK mannequin skeleton. Okay. Try this again. Animation montage. SK mannequin skeleton. AM sidestep. Okay. And we definitely want the ones that have root motion enabled, if I remember right. So let's go into our animations. I think it's just going to be RM is root motion. So let's look for sidestep. Okay, so sidestep forward, right? Let me just get that name. We don't need these open anymore. And we'll save that for later. Okay, asset browser. Yeah. And so we can play it, right? Yeah. So that looks good. And then we're gonna have to make sections. So let's add all of them. So forward, and then we'll do back, left, right. Okay, so first one, just call forward. And then something along the lines of that. New Montage section, call it backward. And we can just adjust the position, right? Thank you. And then a new montage again, left. And let's just do right as well, real quick over here. Then we can adjust these positions. thank you. Then montage seconds, clear. So basically it's this. And we can preview back, and then left, and right. Okay. So montage to play. We'll make this a variable as well, just in case. So variable, side step, and a montage. Compile that. Sidestep. Then start section is another variable that we're going to have to make. Sorry, we're just responding to a message. I ate a lot of food today too. I feel gross. Sorry, hold on. Okay, so start section. Promote the variable. Montage section name. Add a motion translation scale. Maybe we would want to do something with that. I don't know. But let's make this a task as well. Play montage task. And we'll do on blend out and interrupting on cancel. We'll have to figure it out later. So I don't know if I don't want to do on complete. I think on blend out will probably be enough. So we can do end ability here. And just in case we want to add interruption and cancels later, we can just have that there. And then on end ability, we can also add this end task for our montage. And that should be it. I guess also for our class defaults, we could just so ability dot sidestep, and we can just add this new gameplay tag, and then activation is blocked if we're falling. So status is falling, like we added. We probably want to do all three of these. So if we're jumping, if we're falling, and if we're invading, we don't want to be able to sidestep, right? Aren't gameplay ability tests supposed to end automatically on ability end? They might. I think it might be just a safety precaution because I've had experience where one reason or another they're not ended correctly. So it's a safety precaution to just end them. We can maybe check how ability, like, I can double check somehow. Maybe I can Google it. GUI for gas ability task end on ability end. Okay, let's see. So ability tasks are a specialized form of the more general gameplay tasks intended to work with gameplay abilities. Games that use the gameplay ability system usually include a variety of custom ability tasks which implement their unique gameplay features. They perform blah blah blah, asynchronous work, blah blah blah. By calling delegates or moving them, this enables abilities to execute across multiple frames and to perform several distinct functions in the same frame. Okay, ability task can self-terminate by calling end the task function, or it can wait to be terminated automatically when the gameplay ability that ran it ends. Okay, so yeah, you seem to be right, Codebreaker. So I guess it is not necessary. So we can, I guess there's no reason to make these variables then. So in general, it'll make our code cleaner, so that's good. If for any reason we find problems in the future, we'll add it again as a safety precaution. So for now, we'll just take those out. So now we should have this working. What we can do now is go into our forward ability and reparent it. First we can just nuke this. And then reparent blueprint, sidestep parent. Compile that, and we can just show inherited variables. So double tap duration, 0.25 seconds, so we want to keep that. So montage name, we're going to make this forward. And the montage can stay like that as well. And then we can go into our class defaults. We'll call this ability sidestep, and then we'll add another child here, forward. And now, again, to be safe, event activate ability. We can just call the parent function. And then same thing with event end ability, just in case this ability, or at least the parent ability, grows in the future. We want to just have these calls as safety. So now in theory, we should be able to sidestep. In theory. Yes. Okay, so now it's... Okay. Let's see what's wrong. Whoops. Let's add a breakpoint. Maybe I did something wrong with this check. Okay. Zoom. Okay, so first off, the root motion is not really working. I guess we should also add a precaution too here. Wait, delay. And we'll say if nothing happens, I guess we should make another variable. We'll duplicate this. Double tap timeout. And we'll make it like 0.3. So if after 0.3 seconds we end the ability, so you can try again. Let me just make this cleaner. And then unfinished end ability. Okay. So again, we're okay. Let's see. Okay, so the root motion is not really a thing. Let's see. Well, let's see why. Let's look at this. Okay. Let me just double check. Yes, that's better. But I believe that's the reason why there's the IP version. So let's just disconnect that. Save it. Let's go back to our montage. That should be near the parent directory. Okay, can I replace this? Yeah. So IP, right? Sidestep, here we go. So I'm just going to move this to my other screen real quick, and we'll just kind of punch through these. Replace it with that. Yeah, okay, we're good. Ba-ba-ba. Okay. Forward, we did. Left. And then right. Okay. Boom. We bring this back. Okay, so now, yeah. So forward looks like that, backwards looks like that, left looks like that, right looks like that. Okay. So let's do it again. Okay, so that didn't work either. What? Okay. What's the difference here? Alright, so is root motion what the problem is? No. Okay, so we do have... Okay, so I was wrong. Which I guess makes sense, because I'm wrong most of the time. Step... so step F. No, not the IP. Step F. Thank you. Step B. Step L. Step R. Okay. Now for these, let's click on the first one. We have to enable root motion. That's what did it. So enable. Step L. Enable root motion. Oh, I'm kind of technically in the way. Hold on. So enable root motion. Step back. Enable root motion. Step R. Enable root motion. Okay. So that should do the trick now. Let's try. Yes. So that's cool. And we have it so if you don't do it fast enough. Okay, so something wrong there. Let's debug that. Let me see. What's wrong? So it's, why does it say 4 seconds? That's right. So we do it. Bum. Oh, wait, yeah. So this wait delay doesn't seem like it's working. That's weird. Let me just try again. Whoops. So resume. Okay, so for one reason or another, this delay thing that we added is just not working. Is there another kind of delay? Maybe it's... Which one is it? So target is ability gameplay task. Target is gameplay task, wait delay. I think maybe this is just the wrong one. I don't know the difference sometimes. Just in general. Priority, whatever, that's fine. Let's see now. Let's not use a breakpoint yet. Let's just see. Just add it here. So no, that still doesn't work. Wait, delay. Sorry, this is on the other screen. It's hard to debug and show everything on one monitor, but for now you're not going to be able to see me debugging. Okay, so it just doesn't go with either of them. Why? Is it because it's too short? Or is it because in the forward, the timeout is... Yes, that's why. The timeout is 0 here. Derp. Okay, so let's just see if this first one works. Okay. That's some of the tricky stuff when you do like reparenting and stuff. Some of that kind of things kind of break. So it's gotta be careful. Okay. Okay, so the task wait delay doesn't work, so let's just see normal wait delay. Okay. Yes. That works. Okay. So this is what the final setup would look like. So now, let's go into our project settings. Now it should be just a matter of adding new action mappings. So forward, side step, and we'll do backward. sidestep. This will be S, which is a very popular letter. Left sidestep. And we'll just do the right side step just so we have it right now. Right side step. And then A and D respectively. Okay. Now we can close out of this. Get out of here. The following specified text was not found. That's fine. Kind of curious though. So gameplay tasks, public. So that's so these are some, but I don't know. Is it under runtime or is it under third party? Where I could find like the gameplay ability system stuff. I guess it has to be runtime. And then there's gameplay tasks. I don't even know what the point of me looking for this is. Yeah. I've gotten very good at Control S. I don't want to break anything. So that's the gameplay tasks. There's nothing in here yet for... Because we have wait delay. Which is kind of like what we have. But I wanted to find... Yeah, runtime abilities. That's what I thought. Is it plugins first? And then runtime? And then I thought it was gameplay abilities. Yes, there we go. Source, gameplay abilities, public. All right, so is there tasks in here? No. maybe under private, gameplay ability, debug, customization. No. Okay, let's not worry about that for now. We're just kind of getting sidetracked. I'll check in a second. Let's just add these. Oops. And then we'll do 10 for backward. Sidestep, and then we can copy this. Oh, no, we can just make this backward. And then left. And then right. Display name right. Left. Backward. 10, 11, and we'll just do 12. And again, left, right. So forward, backward, left, right, 9, 10, 11, 12. Forward, backward, left, right. Forward, backward, left, right. Okay, we're good there. Just to be able to compile. It's gonna take a while. While we wait. So ability tasks. Do they say anything more about this? UE4. Wait. Input press. So I know I was just here, but this doesn't tell me anything. Like where it's located. Okay, it looks like we finished compiling. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. This really needs to get smaller. Cube. Okay. Because I thought you could, theory, ability, sidestep. Like if I go into the parent, I thought you could just double click on these functions and it'll just take it to the C++. Like it does that with end ability, but not this one. Why? Play montage and wait. Okay, while we're waiting for reading C++ symbols to do whatever it's doing, let's just create the other sections. So backward, left, and right. Yeah, I tried doing this search the entire solution. I guess I didn't type the name correctly because it didn't find anything. I guess it's only because I have to like do it correctly. So yeah, Control F, entire solution. Wait, input, press, and we'll just we'll see what it comes up with, and we'll go back into the editor while we wait. Okay, seems like we found it. Okay, so it looks like okay. So now let me just see. Open containing folder. So it's runtime plugins, gameplay ability, source gameplay, private. Oh my god, what? Okay, so engine plugins, runtime, gameplay ability. So I was already kind of close. Yeah, gameplay abilities. Oh, it's under abilities. And then tasks. Wait, input, press. Okay. And how does this work? So float, elapsed time. So that's the input. It gets all that information. So activate. Okay. I don't understand it fully, but okay, at least we see it. Okay, so we have all these. So now we can just create duplicates. So copy here. We name it backward. Change the section name to backward. Timeout, 0.3 seconds. Everything else is good. Okay. Now we can do left. Copy. Name it left. Okay. Now we can just open it. And we should just have to change. Oh yeah, we gotta change the ability tags. So we should add a new one for left, and we have to do it again for backward. We could just take that out like that, right? Yeah. Okay. Montage section name left. Okay. Backward. Class defaults. Backward. Okay, I spelled backward wrong. Alright, sidestep. Backward. Okay, that's better. And just so we don't forget, let's go to the gameplay tags. Ability, sidestep. The spelling of it wrong. Let's delete it. Okay. Then we just have to now do right. So we can just copy again. Name it right. Add right. Take out left. Section name right. Okay, now we can go into our ability data asset, add these new ones. So there's gonna be 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Let's expand all. Backward sidestep. Where's backward? Backward sidestep here. And we can just give it the name, backward sidestep. Then we could do left. Let's just do right. Give the name left and right. So we can save that. And I think in theory this should just work, but I want to be careful as well because we have our jump ability. I don't think we want to jump while we are doing the sidestep, so that should be enough just to do it like that. And there's also evade. Oh yeah, I think we would maybe want to try to move some of this to blueprint. I don't think it's necessary, but maybe it would be. I don't know. Activation required. So I think in theory that should be it. I think we should also add a status for it as well. Just a global one. Activation ode. Status dot sidestep. And now we can recompile this one, so it's in there. So let's look at all our sidesteps one more time. So backward, compile, save, sidesteps there. Left, compile and save, status sidestep is there. Status sidestep is there. And I think in jump, we'll do status sidestep. It's better to just do it this way because ability tag is different than the own tags, I believe. So that's jump. And then evade. Okay, and then there's also our sprint. So we want to add status.sprinting, I think. Activation required. Activation blocked when we are evading, falling, jumping, and sidestepping. Okay. I think that's it. Let's try it out. Okay. So I think technically it's working. I think, do we want, let me look at the parent. There's this root motion scale. I'm just kind of curious if this will actually do what I think it does. What I think it does is if it's the larger number, you're gonna get moved forward more or backward. Yeah. Okay. So let's make that a variable. Root motion scale. Default is gonna be 1. Okay. So I think for forward 1 is good. I think backward might want to do 2. Maybe the side steps could be like 3 or something. Whatever feels good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so forward step is 0. I'm assuming is 0, so we gotta fix that. Yeah, 1. There we go. Okay. So sprinting, and then okay, we're not able to sidestep when we're jumping. When we're sprinting, we're able to do it. That's good. I kind of like that. So it's like, wow, wow, wow. So I think that actually is a nice bonus thing that just seems like it's just happening. So that's good. Hold on, let me check some messages. Okay. So I think now, since we have bindings to 1, 2, and 3, we can add some new kind of unique abilities. This is gonna be more. I really don't like that jump though. The jump is gross. Wonder, do we have a better jump from the starter pack? So there's jump. Is there really just... It's not the greatest. Maybe there's a jumping one in the marketplace. Marketplace. Jump. Dynamic locomotion plus blueprints. I don't really care about that. Ledge animation set. Okay, let me just sort by what though? Marmalade jump? No. Oh my god, that's so expensive. 330 zloty? It's like 90 bucks. Let me see what we have. I do jump animation. Please accept the M. There we go. So climbing, I don't really care about. This might be what I need. So cover, climbing, interactions, swimming, hit, and death. Crawling, obstacle vault, running, sprinting, diving. No. Okay, so this is not what we want. Might have to be this one. Yeah, this might be it. So add to cart. So there's dodging, animations, movement, jump. Jump, hardcore, 8-way, boost that movement. Wall run. Okay. And is there a video on this? Let's see. Lazy. Okay, let's just see if there's anything on this on YouTube or something. So update video. Let's see. Okay. So there's low height. So this is just, okay. Not really what I want there, but this might be it. This definitely seems more what I need. Okay. Okay, so we could probably use these sidestepping animations as well. That's kind of cool. Okay, sold. So next paycheck, I'll buy that. Seems promising. So maybe by the time it's next week, I'll have it. Okay. So let's not worry about that. So we have sidestepping. So crouching we don't have yet. There's no good crouching animation that I want to use because these ones are like assuming. Does this animation set have crouching? That's not. Yeah, it probably we have the other one that is crouching, so maybe we could buy both of them. I don't know. We'll see. But okay. Let's work on that feather ability thing that we have. Well, that we want to make, because again, that's SpellBreak, SpellBreak, Featherfall ability. Yeah, it's fine. So the Featherfall rune ability takes it to a new level. Players are sent quickly into the air, but significantly higher than what Spring Featherfall. However, grants players a parachute-like descent that can slow things down if there's a battle. Yeah. You can also try to work on a teleport. Spring Step, and Dash. So while there are several runes in Spellbreak that keeps heroes airborne, Dash isn't so limiting. So short bursts of speed, that could be useful in a tight spot. So we could do Dashing. Flight was a more complicated one. Spring Step. So Featherfall, I think I want to do first. So I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll start trying to create this Featherfall ability. Okay, so we're back. So let's get started on this Featherfall ability. Again, it shouldn't be too complicated. I think we just have to basically launch our character in the air and lower the gravity. And then once the player lands, return gravity back to normal. So that is, in theory, not so hard, but we'll give it a go. So let's go into, let's see, input. So we'll assign it with ability 1. So we can take out the test ability when we make it. So abilities, we'll call it Featherfall. Blueprint class, hero gameplay ability. And then HGA, Featherfall. And let's see. Ability tag, ability dot Featherfall. And that should be okay for now. So we can do a simple thing. I think this should just be launch character, right? Okay, so we gotta get owning hero character, a function we made last time. Then can we just do launch character? Yeah. And then for now, we'll just do end ability. And then launch velocity, let's see. If true, replace the XY part instead of adding to it. Yeah, we'll override and we'll just do 1,000. We'll see what that looks like. Oh yeah, we gotta replace it in our data asset. So let's collapse all. Then that's sprint, that's jump, ability 1. Featherfall, we'll call it Featherfall. I think we also have an animation for this, but okay. So that's not nearly as high. So let us times it by 5. And that is too high. 3,000 might be the middle spot. A nice sweet spot. Yeah, that seems okay. And I think we have an animation. Let me just go into our overview here. Simulate. Yeah, I think I kind of want to do this one. Skill 3. Okay. So let's make a montage. Well, let's go back into our older level. So we're in the Featherfall directory. New montage. No. Animation. Montage. I believe it's this one. AM Featherfall. Okay. Then skill 03. Or not. There you go. So basically, when he goes like that, we can add a new notify. There you go. Add notify state. No, is it just notify? Montage notify. Right there. And we'll call it start or launch character. Just launch, I think is fine. Okay. So we can get out of that. We can just start with the play montage and wait. Let's get to our montage. Nothing special here. Wait, or do we have to do play montage? Okay, this is the one we want. Because we want to have our notify. So get owning skeletal mesh component from actor info. We just do that. Same montage to play. Starting section's there. So on begin, we could just do a switch. No default pin. I'm too worried about replication because mine is a single player game, so I'm not too worried about using just play montage. If necessary, we can use the play montage and wait and figure out in code how to add this notify so we can know when to launch the character. For now, it's okay since we're single player. So we called it launch. Then we could just cut that here. That should be okay. And I guess if it's on interrupted, you can end the ability. So still we haven't affected gravity yet, but let's just see if this works. Yeah. Okay. So we kind of got it working. I kind of want to ignore our movement input. Where's this? Yeah, get owning hero character. Or is there a get? There has to be a get controller, right? Get controller from actor info. No. Let's just look at actor info. And then split it. Let's see. Okay, so there is a player controller. Player controller, actor info. No? Okay. Well, I'll just do it this way. Get controller. And then ignore movement. If true, movement will be ignored, yeah. Then event end ability. We kind of want to do the opposite of that. Get movement back. Okay. There we go. Okay, so yeah, technically we can spam it forever because we don't really have cooldowns, but don't want to be worried about that just yet. But we know that's working. So now we just got to affect gravity. I think we can. Do we have a move? Do we do a movement component thing? No. Get hero character. Get movement component. Gravity. Set gravity scale. Is there anything in just the character set gravity? No. So let's set gravity to like 0.25. Maybe something we can do here is so activation's blocked when we are falling. And we're invading and we're jumping, and that's it. Guess we gotta do status dot featherfall. We don't need that. Activation owned. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at it now. Okay. So that's a problem. So we gotta update after like a few seconds, I think. Wait, delay. I don't know if this is the right way to go about it. That kind of looked okay. Well, maybe 3 seconds. Let's see. No, shorter. 1.5 seconds. You should lower the gravity only when it reaches the maximum jump apex. Well, if I'm just launching the character, I don't know if the maximum jump apex is really a thing. Let's see. That seems okay. Let's look it up. UE4 get max jump apex. I know it's in the movement component, but so on reach jump apex. So that's a broadcast when character reaches its apex. Okay, so we have to do notify apex equals true. So let's see if that's actually a thing. So we have our movement component. So event. No. Okay, apex. Assign on reach jump apex. Okay, so let's see if this gets called. So we'll launch, bind this to this event, and we'll just do a print string, and we'll see if it works. If it does work, then good call on that. So we'll just wait for hello. We also have to check if the notify is on. First, we'll just try it. Maybe it's just true by default. Okay, so hello never happened. So based on the documentation, character movement notify apex needs to be true. So let's go to our character. Let's see if it's first. Let's see if it's exposed in blueprints or not. So player character. Character movement. Apex. Okay, so if true, event. Okay. All right, I think I know what to do. So in our character movement component, .cpp, we have on movement change. So if movement mode equals is falling, we want to be notify apex equals true. And then else, we'll make it false. I don't know if that's necessary, but okay, and just for organizational, we'll just put a space there. Okay, let's see if that does anything. Because I really don't know if, like, if launch character is gonna notify with the apex, or if the apex is strictly when you do a jump. Because if that's the case, then I might have to increase my jump height and call the function jump. So let's just see. So abilities, Featherfall. Okay. Okay, so awesome. Automatically works, thank God. So good call, Codebreaker, appreciate it. So we don't have to do a delay. And we get that. No. Well, because falling, the status of falling occurs as soon as you start jumping from the movement ability system. Or I don't know if that's the movement ability. This is the character movement component. As soon as you jump, as soon as you're in the air, they call that as falling. So it's not too late to call, as we kind of see. We're good there. So we're jumping, there, apex, and now we're floating. But now the gravity, now we gotta figure out the best way to return the gravity scale. And it might have to be because I don't know if I want this ability live. So what we might have to do is go back into C++ and return the gravity scale normally when your movement is walking. So let's do else. Is it else if like that, or else if I think there's also a notify for unlanded. That'd be fucking sweet if there was. Okay, let's check before I write any code. You can also check here. Let's see, land. Not entire solution, current document. Landed. Process landing, handle landing against hit surface. Alright, let's just see if there's anything exposed in blueprints then, before we do anything. On landed. Land. Assign. So we can, like, I don't want to handle this in this ability though. Because like the ability, like if we wait for the character movement mode to change, because that's pretty much what I think what you're maybe getting at. Because you'll be able to find out the previous movement mode and all this stuff, and I don't want to do that. I think it's better to handle that in code, just in general. Maybe a quick Google search though. UE4 on landed. Okay, so there is in the character. Okay, so let's see. Landed. No? What is this talking about? Okay, so there is it looks like there's a function, but nothing really that I need to worry about. So I think the best way in my head is to just do what I was kind of thinking before. So in the character movement, so else if movement mode equals move underscore nav walking. Let's say walking. So we'll have to add this. And then we can also do the whole, is there like a set gravity? Okay. So gravity scale equals 1 point. I think that's satisfactory, right? Let me also just add comments here. Allow us to use the on apex reached delegate in our abilities. Gravity scale. Let me just again return gravity scale to normal. Once we are walking again. Okay. So we should be okay. Gotta stay hydrated. Okay, so that should do the trick. So we press 1, and we're in the air. Apex reached, and now we're kind of slowly going down. I just really don't like the falling animation, but we can figure that out later. Now we're back. Okay, so the gravity is still not there. So let's debug it. Yeah, I'm gonna need the Unreal over here. So on movement mode changed. And we should be able to just use the ability. So it's, yeah, it gets called immediately. It's fine. Okay, so now it doesn't like what I'm doing. There we go. So and then, so now So move walking was the previous one. Okay. Let's see. Let's put that one there. Take that out. Continue. Let's also watch. Okay. Continue. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now we're falling on the other side of the screen, and we're going to land soon. Okay. So it doesn't get called. Okay. Why doesn't that get called? Curious. Let's see. UE4 on. UE4 on. Movement mode. Change. Is that what the name of the function is? Yeah. Not called when landing. Let's see. So I'm currently using this event node to determine when I start falling in the world. It works perfectly for nothing useful. Maybe it doesn't change the movement mode while launching the player. Well, it definitely does change the movement mode to falling, because it gets called when we're actually falling, and that's why this notify works, and that's why this falling tag is applied, I believe. Let's see. Let's see if that is applied, actually. So let's play. Then pause, eject, select our character, possess again, resume. Own tags, and then, so status Featherfall, and yeah, status is falling. You can hardly see it because it's yellow, but it's there, and then when we land, it gets removed. So gravity's, so the tag is getting, okay, so the tag is definitely getting removed. Because of here. I guess we can, maybe because move walking is not the, let me also do a UE log. UE log, log, what is it? Log temp, warning, text, and I think it's what, like that. And then movement mode. Is that what it's called? Movement mode. Dot get value. Is there like a toString? Let me see. Movement. So movement mode. I don't think that's valid. I don't think that's going to compile. But we'll try anyway. Yeah, no. So is it written like this? Yeah, maybe that's it. I always forget the syntax for this thing, but I'm still not confident that it's correct. But it goes. So it should show us the movement mode when it changes to anything else, because it doesn't look like movement mode equals move walking. is valid. So let's see. Okay. Now we actually have to open up our log because it's not a print string. Developer tools, output log. Maybe that's why. So warning, possessed. Okay, let's just do that again. Yeah, there's probably something wrong with my if statements, but let's just check what our movement mode is. Okay, so that doesn't even get called. Let me just add some text in there. I just want to make sure that that gets called. So maybe we would have to do like a switch, but I don't know. Window output log. Okay, so that is just never getting called, which I don't understand. So I guess we can just let's just do that. I think the gravity scale should be returned to normal if we just do it this way. So let's see. So we're falling, you know, we're doing our thing. Still not a fan of how this falling looks, but whatever. Okay, and then we're good. And then jump. No. So the tag is being removed, but how? Let me look at my ability again. We also look here. So this is fine. Then we get our character. Is there a reason why we get our character? Owning player? Yeah, okay. Because of this. And in our Featherfall, we are setting the gravity scale. Okay. Maybe, like, 'cause this is the hero gravity. Like, am I doing it like in a really bad way? Let me try it this way. Owning player, get movement component, or is it get character? Get character, get hero character, move a component, and gravity scale? No. Do I have to include it here? Well, this is the hero gravity movement already. This is that class. Get character movement. Set. No. Why is that just not valid? If you granted the following tag on the ability, it's auto removed on the ability end, I think. Well, the ability ends way before the because the falling tag, I don't apply the falling tag anywhere else except here when we're actually falling. So the falling tag is handled all in this movement component. It's not done in the abilities at all. It's just as soon as the movement mode changes, and it changes to falling, then we add the loose tag, falling tag. And this is all handled in the actual character movement. It's not in the ability. So it has nothing to do with with the ability ending or anything like that. But good suggestion, but it's not the case here. Because what we're doing, player character, we have in here, character movement, and we have this falling tag right here. This is where status.falling is. And we can confirm that, well, it's not going to be easily confirmed because when we go to status.falling and we ask for references, we're going to see a reference in a few different blueprints because, like, for example, evade, it's going to be blocked by status is falling, you know, things like that. But this is the only time we're adding status is falling. So, let me see. Let me just do another UE log here. UE log temp, warning, text, movement mode. Like that should appear as soon as we start falling. And that's in the case with any ability that I'm doing. So jumping, even if I just fall, it should just always be there, and we should get that text. So let's get our output log. Okay, movement mode. Those characters. Okay, I'm doing something weird. UE4, UE log. UE logging. No, that's a book. Book. Okay. Let's see. My message. Blah blah blah. Okay, stuff. Log formatting. Okay, so what do I have to do? Is there like a toString? No. Movement mode. Do I have to do it like this? No. Let me just see what the error is so we can kind of go from there. Yeah. No. Illegal indirection. How is that right? Yeah, I thought toString is something that's there, but it's not. I'll try again, but because it is an enum and it should have a toString thing, but let's see. Okay, our output log is here. Movement mode. New characters. Okay. Because there is get value. toString. No. Let's see what error we get. Okay. Nothing useful here. UE4, print movement mode, C++, right? Let's just see if anybody else had this problem. So there's set movement mode. Okay, let's also do UE4 print enum C++. There is a way. Okay, so that leads to nowhere. Okay. Yo. Maybe get displayed name text. So, like, is that? Let me just. So. Okay. Maybe that's what I have to do. Let me just double check. Okay. Okay. Get display value as text. It's going good. I'm just working on a Featherfall ability that is from SpellBreak and having some trouble seeing why my movement mode isn't changing when I'm landing. So we're trying to figure that out. All right, let me. Does that function just exist by itself? Get. No. Do I have to import something? I don't think this is necessary, but let's try. Okay, and then get. Let me just. It's like, there we go. To get display name. No. No. How does this work? Do I have to do it on the enum itself? Get value as name. Let's see. Movement mode. E movement mode. Doesn't seem like I have any options. So movement mode. So there's nothing for E movement mode. Let me just see what else I have. Movement info, change, signature, wrapper. So there's default land movement mode and then dot. That's just that. And there's nothing. Yeah, this is useless. What the hell? Get value as name. Do I literally have to call it like that? View enum. Get value as name. movement mode? What's wrong? Okay, so that's something. So can I just do... Let's see if that works. Okay, so that's no. Invalid arguments passed in. Why? Do I have to do something like that? No. Like that? I don't think that's true. Yeah, that doesn't build either. Let me see. Let me see. Enum get value as name. So that returns what? An F name. So F name movement equals this. Get value. Let me just type it over again. Enum. Yeah, maybe I have to just do .toString. Get value as name, movement mode. I just want to see if this compiles, and if it does, we could do it this way. Movement.toString. Let's see. I'm going to just see if that compiles, and if it does, then we don't need to use that variable, and we could just do it this way. No. Okay, do I have to do it like this? Okay, so let's just see if this prints what we think it's going to print, and then we'll come back and refactor this a little better. Yeah. Yeah, move fall. Thank God. I don't understand why. I have so much trouble with this sometimes. Okay, so now we can literally just yoink this. Do that instead. This should technically work. Yeah. Okay. And now, let's just look, and then move falling. Yeah. So, sorry for all the back and forth here, but I think we should just move this string or this print debug to like up here. Just so it goes every time it changes, and then we can see if it changes when we land. Because it should. Okay, so see, it already does it, right? Movement mode to move walking. Now we're at move falling. And back to move walking. Okay. What? So we know it. Okay, so we know it is move walking. Let me just make sure this. Let's do another. Let's not do an else if. Let's just do an if. So if movement mode equals move walking, we'll just print it there, right? So now we should get the log when things change, and if it does, I don't know, like what's wrong with the gravity scale? We might have to print the gravity scale, but let's just see. So yeah, move walking. And now it's not going to say that we're falling because we removed that there. And then move walking. So there you go. Okay. But for some reason my input is not being returned. Let me look at that real quick. Oh, I think I know why. Because we're not removing the falling tag. So let's copy that. And let's check. Let's print also now. Because we know this is working. So when we're falling, let's print out the gravity scale. So I think, what's the thing for bool? So D is for integer, F is for float. Yeah, that makes sense. So F, gravity scale, yeah. F for float, yep. Then I think we just have gravity scale, right? Don't think we have to do a pointer, but because when we use the ability and we fall, we said we should print out 0.25. So we're using our ability. Gravity scale is 2. Duh. Damn. That's why. Okay, because I guess we made the gravity scale 2 because of how it felt. Okay. Okay, so I guess a safe thing to do, I think, is when this is let's .h, we'll make a private float variable, float default gravity scale. And when we initialize default gravity scale equals gravity scale, and then we can just use default gravity scale. So where we go? So we can just say gravity scale equals default gravity scale. So that should be okay. So we made the gravity scale 2 because of how the jumping felt with our jump height and everything. But we might have to change that later on when we end up getting better animations. So we'll just have to be wary of that. But I think for now this is okay. So we should be better. So that's why it felt wrong. Because we were setting it to 1 and not 2. So yay, we're running. Then we use the ability. Okay, now we're... So I'm still confused why we're not able to move. Was something wrong with our Featherfall ability? Did we not do something correctly? So when does end ability work? Does that not get called? Okay. Yeah, we ignore ability, and then when the ability ends, we return it. So I think this is just not getting called. So do we? Let's look at the Apex thing. Maybe we removed it. Yeah. So I guess maybe notify Apex. Maybe you were right earlier, and we got lucky before. This should maybe just be done on initialization. Let's see. And maybe we don't need to make it false ever. Yeah, I'm putting in the constructor. So Featherfall. Let's just see if this gets called. So that doesn't get called. You forgot to remove the false thing? Oh. Just making them false? Okay, maybe this is just all unnecessary. Let's see. Again, this should be reached. I'm going to watch what this is doing on my screen as well. Okay. It's going, launching, and then Apex. No, okay, there we go. Yeah, I guess it was just that false thing, so I guess it's just... But I don't know why. Okay. No gameplay queue notify pass. Okay. I feel like that's... like, what does our jump look like? Okay, so that's what our jump does look like. So everything does get removed back to normal. Okay. So yeah, we can remove the apex thing. We could just make it default to true. I wonder if that's reflected in the blueprint, if it shows as true now. Apex. Yeah, cool. But I wonder why... Why is it not? Apply gravity while jumping. Yeah, that's fine. Let me look in the C++ just to see what it's doing. Okay. So it's the movement component, but not this one. Character movement component. Let's find Apex. Notify Apex. Okay. I guess, can we make it 0? And then therefore we don't have to do it in our constructor? Okay. Oh, so it must be 1. What? So, visible anywhere, blueprint, read, write. Okay, we'll just kind of, who cares, I guess. So let's just put this back. Then we should be okay. So we have our Featherfall ability. Oh, editable anywhere. Okay. It's just visible, right? Okay. 48 actions. That's because I changed the movement component. Yeah. I guess we can do it. So that's so where is it? Build, cancel. Edit anywhere. Then we can just take this out. Let's comment it out for now. Yeah, that's my guess too. Let's see how long this takes to compile. Now it's 51 actions, cool. Okay. Editing code is a ballsy move, no matter what you do. Even if it's just changing something like this, you gotta change everything, and then it needs to recompile the whole world. So we'll just see what the damage is. Either way, we have to deal with it now. We've gone too far. But I'm pretty confident that we're done. So our super jump, aka falling feather, is done. Crouching, we're gonna have to wait until we get those new assets. Let me check my Polish bank account. Let me see if I have enough money here. Maybe I could just buy them now. Not have to wait for the next paycheck. Yeah. Yeah, we got plenty of zloty, as they would say. So, yeah, we're gonna buy two animations, I think. Because I'm not happy with some of these, but I'm happy with some of them. I'm happy with some, not happy with others. So let's open here. We should have everything in our shopping cart. So the stealth locomotion animation set and the crazy runner. So let's check out. So it's roughly $100-something for both of them. So I'm gonna just load my order from a different screen. So credit card. I have to get up and get my information. I'll be back. Okay. Okay. Place order. Okay. So now we have, or at least we should. Yes, we have all these animations, so we're cool. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so this is just gonna build forever. So I guess we can add them both to the project. Show all projects. Let's just add 25. Add to project. And the other one was the crouching one. Am I blind? Where is it? So that's the crazy runner. Okay, start from the bottom. Here we go. Okay. And we are good. But now, now we're still waiting. Oh, I don't know how long this is gonna take. I guess we could technically, I think, kind of do something dirty, and we could just. Okay, so we have the crazy animations PNG. We can delete that. We don't need it. I think we can just open up our U project, and it's not gonna be. Yeah, so we'll let this compile, I guess, and let's look at the animations that we got. I think we should have gotten maybe new levels to showcase them. crazy. So demo maps. So this is the crazy animation. So let's see how this works. Let's let it compile shaders. Or not. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so it's doing weird stuff. So is it gonna just do its thing? No. Okay. So I don't understand why they did arrows to move forward. Dead. Okay. Okay. You can change some stuff. What's back air? Oh, backflip. Okay. Base low. Diver. Okay. Front air. Okay. So we could do diver and front air. No. Base high. We could do that. Side air. Okay. So I definitely want to do something like that for my sidestepping. Okay. How are we doing on compiling? Probably not good. Okay. We're at 5 out of 51. Okay. But I do want to do crouching next. So where's the crouching? Stealth locomotion. Okay. We have the characters, mannequin, source files. It's not really anything. Let's open up the map. Okay, when we look at the compile. Alright, it's almost done. Let's look at these. Okay. Okay, so we have our idles, we have our transitions, slow stealth in different directions. Okay. Then we have a stop, turning. Then we have these walls. Of course it couldn't compile. Why? That's kind of bad. Okay, visible anywhere. We'll leave it alone. I guess that's why you shouldn't mess with source code, because it's gonna just break. We just gotta make sure to make that true. Let's see. I don't know why it's recompiling all this crap, but okay. So we have all these wall stuff. I don't think we need these stuff. We just need the basic transitions and the movement. Maybe the turns. Yeah. So here's the animation blueprint. Wow. Well, I guess this is just to show the example. Yeah. Okay, so it's still not compiling. That's not good. Why? Oh, crap. Let's figure that out. Yeah, fatal linking errors. Why? This is no bueno. I doubt that's gonna give me anything, is it? Let's see. Is that one of the ones I'm getting, like the core? Not really, but... So build mode in Visual Studio. Oh yeah, it could be because the editor's running. That's smart. Wasn't paying attention to that. Let's try. Yeah, that's... Thank God for you, Codebreaker. Let's see. Yeah, looks like that was it. Okay, so we're back in business. Okay, so this is just the character blueprint. I don't think this is doing anything special. Yeah, it's only used to demonstrate crap, okay. Let's save that. Alright, so let's do crouching. Just because it's on our list. We gotta do a couple things. Do we have anything bounded to control? Input. So jump, spacebar, ability of 1 is 1. Confirm. Cancel. 2, 3 is that. Sprint, evade. Evade is control. Okay. Because yeah, I forgot we had evade. Because we can do that. God, actually, let me go into the evade. I want to make the thing more drastic. Evade. Play montage. And we'll make this like 3. Yeah. Maybe that's too much. 2 is probably going to be fine. Yeah, that feels better. Okay, I guess there's a print string I don't need anymore, right? Okay. How do I want to do this? I guess if we... No, we can't really have it. Can we have the same skill binded on two things? No. Maybe. Let's try. So let's make a new ability. Crouch. Class, hero ability, HGA. Crouch. And let's just print something on it. Print. Crouch and ability. Okay. Data asset. And let's do another one. So evade and crouch and blah blah blah. We'll just see crouch. And let's save it. And let's see if both... Okay, so they're both here. Yeah. Okay. So I guess what I can do... I think, yeah, so that works. Let's just make a new thing just to separate it out. Right? So control CTRL. Might give me a warning because there's the same thing, but it's fine. Okay, so no warning, so that's good. Let's go back into our code. Let's do 13. Crouch. You could use a key for crouch, say the control key, then instant activate the ability, and use a wait input to enter crouch. Yeah, that's what I was going to end up doing. Like, my concern was I already have an ability binded to the left control, which is the evade. So I was just trying to think how to properly make sure that they don't kind of collide with each other. And basically, evade will only work if you're moving in a direction, and it will just end if you're not moving at all. So basically, with crouch, I gotta pretty much do the opposite. I guess I gotta see if you have any velocity, and if you do, end the ability, and if you don't, start the... I think I'll have to wait for that input again to release it, or wait input release. It depends on how we want it to work. Do we want it to be a toggle, or because shift is for sprinting. That's why I'm not using shift for evade. So because there's a lot of different movement things. I don't know if we want these all in the end, but that's just how it is right now. So left shift moving. I don't think it will destroy the whole system. We're going to find out soon. Because what we basically have to do, because the character movement component already has some information about crouch. So I just got to check to see if it's something I can edit in the ability system, where I could be like, okay, if you're crouching, set it to crouch. And if it is set, and once you're crouched, I have to then update my animation blueprint so it has its own set of movement and stuff like that when you're crouched. So we're just gonna have to take it step by step. So we're gonna call it crouch, U meta. Let me do the same spacing. I won't worry about spacing yet. On all of them at least. U meta, display name equals crouch. It should be okay. Let's compile. Then we can go to our player abilities. Instead of it being under evade, we can add it to crouch, and we should still see the same thing. I pressed 1 on accident. Whoops. Okay. Control. Yes, we have it. Okay. So we're good there. So we have our crouch ability. So essentially the first thing we gotta do is get hero character velocity, right? I think we can get that, get velocity. Yeah. Then I guess vector length. Get length. Get vector. No. Is it just length? Ah, it's just vector length, okay. Okay. And we want to say if it's, I don't know, less than or equal to 0.1. We'll say that's valid for crouching. Maybe they'll be moving just a little bit, but maybe there'll be more of a concern on controller or not. So if this is false, we end ability. If it's true, let's get our movement component. Okay, hero movement component. Now, is there a crouch? Okay, is there anything on just the character? Crouch. Crouch. Okay, so there is a function. So let's see what this function does in C++. Like I'm not too worried about using nearly equals right now. I think just less than or equal to a value is fine. Like we don't have to get too deep into it, but good suggestion. So let's see. So once the crouch is true, okay. So let's look at our character movement just to see if we have crouching enabled. Crouch. Okay, is it under the movement component? Crouch. Crouch, half fight, yeah. So movement, if true, okay, so can crouch. Okay, so we'll have to make that true, but do I want to do that in C++ or do I want to just do that in Blueprint? Let's do it in C++ just because we can. We can crouch. Okay, let's just crouch. Can ever crouch equals true. Okay. Okay, so that is a function and not a, okay, what? We can ever navigate, so what is this? Crouch. So that's a function. What is this? Where does this go? Okay. So that's, I don't think that's what I think it can do. Okay. So Nav Agent Settings. Oh. Guess I just gotta do it that way. Nav Agent Props dot. Yeah. As soon as you write me the message on this chat, I realize where it is. You're just like a second too late. So that should be what we want. Okay. So crouch, yes, can crouch, good. So let's just find nav. What else is under nav? Agent. Can crouch, can jump, can walk, can swim. Maybe we'll have to do fly later on too. Yeah, there's definitely a delay between me talking and you sending the message, so it's just one of those things. Okay, so now we should be able to crouch. So now, let's go to our animation. Animations. Blueprints. Okay. So we have our base movement. So we're probably going to make a blend space too. So blend space. What kind of blend space is this? It's a 2D, right? Okay. Guess we could just duplicate it. Hero. Crouch. Let's say crouch, blend space. Let's first handle add conduit. No, that's not what I wanted. Add state. Start crouch. And I think I can. We have to make a variable just to make our lives a little easier. Pawn is crouching. So we have get is crouched. I don't know if it's necessary to promote that to a variable or just to use this. We'll just make a variable. B is crouched. Okay. We don't have to worry about making that a function. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. There you go. Let's see. Base movement state machine. So start crouch. I think we're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to reparent it or whatever the word. Not reparent. Rebone, reskin, something like that. But that hopefully should be easy because we did it before. So stealth, locomotion, animation. Let's do root motion. Start. I guess we can look at the recent levels. Overview map. So transitions. So animation index is 1. That is this one. Okay. Let's go browse to the asset. Let's just do crouch. I think we have to make a copy of it. Then there's the no. I forgot how we do it. I'll have to look it up. UE4 repurpose animation on new skeleton. We were definitely looking at this before. Yeah, retargeting, that's the term. UE4 retarget animation. So there's the Retarget Manager. Can I not automatically just use this? No. Okay. Yeah. I did it here.
Start with animation retargeting. The first thing that we're going to need to do is create a new asset that these characters, or I should say this skeleton asset that these characters are using, can communicate to this skeleton its bone and hierarchy information. As that's what all the animation data is based on, is this skeleton asset. So we need to know the bone and hierarchy information of the skeleton asset and pass that over to this skeleton asset. Now we could do that by creating a special asset called a rig. Now it's not to be confused with the
Didn't I make one already?
Do externally. It's just an asset inside of Unreal where we can pass information between two skeleton assets. So it's like an intermediary object.
Character rig. Oops.
So let's go ahead and actually do that process. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our base skeleton asset here, or our skeleton mesh here. Let's go ahead and double click, open that up, hop over to the skeleton tree, or skeleton tab, and what we're going to do is go up to the Retarget Manager. So if we click this button here and we get a new window, we have a bunch of different options for retargeting, but the option that we are really going to be focused on is this section called Setup Rig. So as the text here indicates, you can set up a rig for the skeleton, then when you retarget the animation to a different skeleton with the same rig, it will use that information to convert the data. So that's what we're going to be doing here. So first thing that we're going to need to do is create a rig. Right now it doesn't have one assigned. If we click this drop down, up at the very top it says select humanoid rig. Because we are using humanoid style characters, we can go ahead and select this rig here. And when we do so, look at the very bottom, the skeleton needs to be saved because we've made changes, so we need to save our skeleton once we're done here. But what it's done is populated the rig with the bone information from the skeleton. So on the right here we have the skeleton, on the left we have the rig. Now by default, because we're using the UE4 mannequin skeleton, all the naming convention is going to have a direct one-to-one connection. So everything's already set up for us. There's nothing else we need to do for this particular setup. We just need to save it now. So let's go ahead and close this Retarget Manager and hit save. And Now what we need to do is go over to our Mixamo character, go to the Retarget Manager, and tell it to use that rig. So if we click this drop down, the rig that we are using is the humanoid rig, so we can go ahead and select this. And again, now we need to save the skeleton asset for our Mixamo character. But if we look at the actual bone and skeleton information, this is completely empty. But on the rig, we have our bone naming information that it correlates to our skeleton here. So you can see it says. So for example, now
skip through it.
The viewport here and 3. There it is. We can right click on this now and we can say retarget.
Okay, so we just have to okay. Retarget assets. Okay. So that's just in there. Crouch. Okay, we just close everything. Yes, force delete, that's fine. Get out of here. Okay, then here. Okay. Okay. So now we have the new crouch. And then we make B is crouched. And we set that to true. He's in crouch mode. It's looping, which we don't want. File that. B is crouched. Okay. Now, I think we have to just make a bunch of those versions. So let's go. Let's look back. So we have idle. Wish this was easier to handle, but it's not. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth here. I guess before we do that, I'm gonna take a quick break, another like 5 minutes or so, and then we'll come back and we'll continue. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I'm a little more cozy. Okay, so we have to basically get all those animations to retargeted to our other bone, our skeleton, I should say. So in place, that's the crouch. I guess we could just type in crouch, right? And we'll get, yeah, uncrouch. Retarget, duplicate, retarget to our UE4 skeleton. Retarget, and move here. Okay. Okay. So let's just do a simple crouch and uncrouch, right? State, uncrouch. Can I reposition that arrow, or does it have to go like that? Okay, so. Do a not. And then that's it. So crouch. Okay. Then we gotta do similar to what we did the jump end with, or right? I think it's this conduit. So something like this. Except time ratio, time remaining, uncrouch, right? Yeah. Time remaining. It's not relevant info, is it? Uncrouch. Is that how you do it? Time ratio. Get time remaining. Is it fraction? How does it happen? So the target is get fraction. Like that works, but why does it not work here? That's so confusing. What's the difference? Time remaining. Let's just do that. I don't understand the difference, but we'll see. So crouch. So that doesn't work. Ratio. Time remaining. So it's under asset player. Get time remaining. Is that enough? Let's see. No. Oh, is it because I'm not playing one? Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. Time remaining. Thank you. Now we should be okay. Can we do like 0.3? Let's see. That looks good. So now, you know, we'll worry about the movement of the actual crouch in a couple seconds. Let's just... Let's work on the ability part. So crouch. It should literally just be crouch. And then, yeah, it really depends on how we want it to work. I prefer toggle. So I could just do wait, input, press again. Then uncrouch. And end ability. So we should literally be able to just crouch and uncrouch right now. So let's jump back into our normal map. Okay, so now we can kind of just like do. Okay. Now we have to make our blend space. Let me just again look at the map so we have the animations, I should say. So simulate. Okay. How does our movement work right now? So we're strafing. Okay. I guess we can just rotate them. Let's see. So we can take all this out. Okay. So speed. What is our speed when we're crouching? We should make that an attribute probably, or update the movement speed in some way. Let me just look at our character. How are we doing on Discord? Okay, so we should have crouch, right? Just crouch height. Do we have anything for crouch here? Max walk, crouch. Okay, so 300. Let's just make the assumption now that that's what we want for now. So we can go back into our blend space. So it's gonna be minus 300 and 300. We don't need that many grid divisions, do we? I forgot how to add a point. Alright. Let's see. Crap. UE4, blend space, add point. Access settings, yeah. Oh, you gotta add. Okay. So we need to first do the crouch idle. So in place, idle. Okay. Retarget. Okay. Animations, crouch, move here. Boom. Crouch. Okay. It's not there? Or is it just idle? Stealth idle. Okay. So let's go into our hero animation blueprint. State machine. Add state, crouch. movement. We can take that. No, the other way. Okay. And then we'll just use our blend space. And we can give each other the speed and the direction that we already have. I guess it could still just be this too. Guess we have to do like the start crouch or time ratio. Guess it's less than. How do we do the other one? Okay, I was afraid I was muted for a second. I don't know why. Okay, so what are we doing here? Okay, we just do 0.1. I think is okay. Okay, now default. So we crouch. Now we're in idle, uncrouch, and we're back. So that's good there. Now we just gotta, again, mess with our blend space. So we have to... so I think root motion is what we need, right? Let's go back. Overview map, simulate. So definitely slow stealth is what we want. So its index is 2. Where is it? Add a BP. Stealth. So let's do that. Retarget. Crouch. Move here. Then we can go into our blend space, and then we could just do the, let's see, crouch. Or is it just forward? Forward. What is the name of this one? Stealth slow. Let's stop playing. 300, right? So we could save that. And I believe, in theory, it should just work if we move forward. Okay. Yeah, I definitely have to, I'm kind of concerned about the transitions and everything, but maybe we can work on that later. Okay, let's do 200. Then blend space minus 200, 200. So now all you gotta do is do the backwards one. So stealth, slow, and then probably B? Yeah. Target. Animations, crouch, move. And then in our blend space, we could just do it like this. So backward. There we go. So forward, backward. And then we should be able to play with that. So it doesn't look like crouch movement does anything. Yes, you can walk off ledges when you're crouching. Let's make max walk speed crouched 0, and let's see if we can move. Yes. Okay. So that doesn't really do anything. So we'll have to come back to that later, I think. Let's just finish up this blend space. Let me look at their map again. Oh, do we need turns? Yeah, let's just do... Okay, let's just worry about the other directions. Do I still have this pasted? Yeah. Is there gonna be like L? Yeah. Retarget. Oops. And then let's do L. No, R. Okay. Save. Throw this back in. Okay. How's our normal one look like? Oh. So mine's 36. Okay. Okay, is there backwards ones too? Let me just see how this looks. Okay. Oh, good job making the melee combo system. Good job. Was it in C++ or was it in Blueprint or was it a mix? Because I might have to make a combo system too, but I'm mostly focused on the general movement. Blueprint, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do it on the end ability. Let me just do event end ability. And crouch. Because if I start sprinting, I want to do this. So activation owned status dot crouching. Okay. So cancel abilities with tag. We want to do that in sprinting. We also want, just for the sake of conciseness, ability dot crouching. Yeah, like for some reason in the hero character and the character movement component, there's the max speed crouched, and it's set to 300. But if you change it, it doesn't affect the movement. So I gotta look into why later. But for now, it's okay. I just want to make sure that the animations play correctly. And what I'm thinking is, like maybe half, so like 115. But we'll have to see. First, we'll have to see why that's not working. But so now, if I'm crouching, okay. So that's not canceling the ability. I'll have to check really quick. Okay. So it's not canceling it. Maybe I have to do the ability act. So. Maybe it's ability.crouching. Let's try again. Yes. Okay. So that worked. So the general problem right now is just so do I have is there a movement version for crouch? What is it? E movement mode. So there is no crouching. But we could make our own custom one. Basically, like, extend it. I mean, why not? Let's go ahead and try it. We haven't been in C++ in like an hour. So let's see if we can do this. So let's first find E movement mode. Barrel. Okay. So move underscore crouching. U meta display name equals crouch. Okay. Yeah. Like I'm just curious. Maybe we can. Let me just compile this because I know it's gonna be a mess. Let's just see if this compiles. Oh my god. 10,000. Why? Engine code. No. Oh, the horror. What have I done? Okay. So that's my bad. I don't know how... That's going to take too long, I think. So... Yeah, that was definitely not a good idea. And it's going to fail to compile if I just start playing around the editor, as we learned. So I don't know what the best course of action is. And it's not going to do it quickly, I'll tell you that much. What else is there? Well, too late for the custom. Because I just made my own new one. Probably custom would have been a good idea. I just don't know. Like, I don't know exactly what I want to make with this game. I'm kind of just going through the motions, trying to figure out as I go, which is not very good. But I guess while we're waiting, we can do some organizational crap. We got notification. Okay. So UE4 collaboration. Board I found. Log in. So let's do some Trello work, I guess. Okay, then we're just logging in with Google. Okay. So what? I have not used this in a long time. Crash reporter. Okay, so I definitely can't do this one. So can I... It's overdue. Don't watch it. Okay. I do have it. I did have that connected to Slack, but I don't use my SQL for anything. Yeah, Trello main. Oh, okay, that's why Trello is just doing that. Okay. Guess we have to archive it. Yeah. So Jira. We had Jira before my computer broke, and then that was such a pain in the ass to do that I'm just gonna say it's done and archive it. Patreon, yeah, I definitely should look into that. But like, I don't. Patreon is such a tricky thing for me because like, I don't think I do useful things that would like. What's the word? Like, I don't do enough important things to help people to the point of like Patreon would be necessary. So I'm really kind of concerned. I might make like a, yeah, I don't know. I'll leave that one alone. Set up Google Drive directories and Slack integration. What's the difference here? Oh yeah, I think I did that. That's already done. That archive. Oh, you can delete them? How do you see your archives? Trello, view archived. That should be enough. Okay, so board menu. More archived items. Okay. So delete, delete, delete. Okay. I guess I could do it with all these, right? Archive and delete. Archive and delete. So these are all just management stuff. We set up a lot of this stuff. Archive, delete. There's a lot of these. Okay. Create Discord server. Yes. Did that. Perforce. Yes, I have that. Okay, all this database crap. Man, I remember doing that at the beginning. That was terrible. That was hard. We don't need to do any of that anymore. Good. Unreal Game Sync also a pain in the ass. That doesn't work anymore, and I don't know why. That's fine. Yeah, set up email. Archive, delete. Okay. Add another list. What do we need? How are we doing on compiling? Are we a 10th of the way there? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's do animation. And we're gonna have to do... I think what we have to do. Anim slot for better looking transition between crouch and normal sprint movement. Let's see. Hero abilities. What kind of hero abilities do we even want? Definitely some kind of melee system. Another thing for animation. So I have my project which I'm currently working on with my friend. Is there a way I can like set something which will allow me and my friend to always have our game project synced? You would just need to have some sort of source control. Do you not have any kind of source control? Like SVN? Personally, I use Perforce. That's my form of source control. Perforce, I believe, costs money, whereas SVN doesn't. So I guess you should look into SVN if you haven't already. Tortoise SVN. I spelled tortoise wrong, but yeah. So Tortoise SVN. Basically, you can check out files. I don't know if... I tried once Git, but seemed to be only local. Yeah, again, I should... It's kind of weird because you're working as individuals and not as a company. Because I believe with any kind of form of source control, someone is gonna have to act as like the main server where like the most up to date version of the files are held, and then you would, and in another directory, say for example you are the server. It's better to have basically one copy of the game that acts as like the server that's always up to date, and then you have a copy of it that you edit the files to and then commit to the server part, to that other directory. And I believe SVN has diffs. You can see, I think there's checkouts, and you can lock files. I just don't know. We used SVN when I was working in Serbia on Aquanox, and it seemed to work pretty okay. But now I used a different form, and I'm not sure. I think let me close the Epic Games Launcher. I don't know if SVN is does it work for large projects? Yeah, SVN, like the project I worked on in Serbia was a pretty big project and it was fine. But I think we had our own, I think, server maintenance person that kind of handled it. So one of either you or your friend, or if you have another friend who's interested in that aspect, can help. But someone's gonna have to maintain it and make sure nothing breaks. So that's really it. So yeah, I believe it's free. And from what I know, I don't think, because like Unreal supports like Perforce, and it. Let me see if I can. I'll open up a. Do I have a different version of the engine? That's not 425. Let me get back into the launcher. Okay, I have 425.3. Yeah, I definitely wish I didn't make that engine change. Okay, so let's open up 424.3 and I'll kind of show you what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we could just do action RPG. Now let's just do something simple. Open that project. Okay. It's fine. So you have the source control up here. You can connect to a source control. And I know it works with Perforce because I do it. So Subversion might be what you're looking for. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But you have, I don't know. Yeah, Subversion, the repository. We can double check. UE4, or we could just type in Subversion. What is Subversion? Or is it UE4 Subversion? Using SVN as source control. So the Subversion just means SVN. So Tortoise SVN should be okay. So you basically have to just follow the instructions on installing Tortoise SVN, and then in theory, you should be able to put in the address of the repository, so whatever directory. And I believe you can make users, because that's what I have for Perforce on my own repository. So my server, I have that. My username, I have different workspaces, stuff like that. But you'll have to set it up that way, and I think that's possible. So hopefully you figure that out. Perforce was kind of a pain in the butt to do. I'm not sure Perforce is free. I think it might be. Perforce. So yeah, it has try for free. So, yeah. Like I'm not too sure how to set it up so that everything will work with your friend. You might have to set up, I don't know, a static IP maybe so your friend can connect to it. I don't know. Just look into it. So SVN and Perforce I think are the two best options for you. So Tortoise SVN or Perforce. And a lot of my earlier live streams, I show me setting up Perforce, so maybe you can look into those. Just show how you could do it, but no one really can. All right, so you already have it. Don't worry. Cool. Okay. So let's go back. What else do we want to do? We want to. I definitely want to add. What's on our sticky note? So crouching we have technically done. So atom slot for this. So we need to create an atom slot for montages so that the lower half of the skeleton can transition in movement between crouch and other movement types, I guess. Save. Members, me. I don't know when we want to have this due. Maybe we could do it next week. How are we doing on compiling? Like a third of the way there. And knowing me, it's not gonna be. It's gonna say it can't compile. So we might have to add this to the Trello board. Let's see. Crouch. Speed. Figure out how to add new movement mode and update character movement component so that the speed is corrected. What we might want to do, checklist, okay, crouch, let's crouch, let's just do crouch. Let's create an attribute for it. And let's update our initialized attribute data table with crouch speed. Okay. So members, me, labels, gameplay? Oh, no, yeah, gameplay. Okay. Yeah, let's do this next week too. Let's make a label for this. Animation. Okay. Yeah, definitely the crash reporter. I don't know how I'm gonna do. Yeah, of course it's not there anymore. Installation of a Sentry SDK is not required in order to capture the crashes of a UE4 application or game. Sentry supports the UV. Okay. Okay. we can look into this too. Let's do debug stuff. Debug. Move that in. Maybe we can change it. This was supposed to be February 29th, 2020. Missed that by a long shot. Change the due date. Maybe we can do that. So I'm not going to be there that weekend. So the 25th, maybe we can look at it then. Debug. Whoops. Debug / management. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to, that'll be fun to do. There's a repository for it. The Century Native SDK is an error and crash reporting client. Okay, maybe this will be easy to do. But maybe not. Definitely have to update my camera thing. Like, there's so much black stuff on. Okay. Let me put that information on this ticket. Okay. Okay, we're at 4,000 out of 10,000. So I doubt this is going to be done anytime soon, which is upsetting. Okay. Yeah, I'd rather not do any more. No, I don't want to log in. I guess there's no point in me waiting for this to finish. And we've already been streaming for like almost 4 hours. And I do have to cook food for tomorrow. So I think that's going to be it. So thanks for watching. If you aren't already followed on Twitch, please follow. Also check me out on YouTube at The Life of Jevons. All the information will be at the end of the stream. And if you have any suggestions on what we can do next for this project, feel free to join the Discord, which will also be linked at the end. Go ahead and do that. So thanks for watching. See you next time.